I had a crush on this girl when I was younger, but there was just one issue. She lives across the world. You see, I'm from America and this girl was from Australia. And me and a group of friends, we would all play Minecraft together. And it was like midday for them, but it was like 3, 4 in the morning for me. And at the time, I had this dream goal of making the basketball team for my school. I would practice basketball outside. So what do you think Carson did? Was he like this masculine guy who was like focused on his goals and he wasn't obsessing over this girl? Absolutely not. I stopped playing basketball as much. I started to just obsess over this girl. I would stay up until like 4 or 5 in the morning just playing like Minecraft Hunger Games with her. And as you may expect, it didn't work out. I ended up getting friend zoned. So she basically saw me as just like another one of the friends in the friend group, and I was just sat here like so obsessed with her, just wanted to date her. And the thing is, I see that so many guys approach dating like younger Carson did. I'm currently single right now, and so I'm talking to a couple girls, but I realized here recently I had this phase where I was acting like younger Carson. Like I was being more like feminine and obsessive. Like for example, when I would be like sat down doing work, doing a workout, studying, whatever, I would notice I would be constantly thinking like, oh, I need to check the message, I need to check the message. I would just be like so obsessive. But I did eventually fix this and I got back to like focusing more on my goals. But one huge thing I learned is that when you obsess over a girl, you basically lose in like 2 ways. So guys like us, if you're watching this channel, you are the type of person who is like so goal orientated. You want to be like the top percent with your physique, your grades, or your online business, whatever, right? So let's say you start attracting a girl, but you're a little obsessive over her. And so you eventually start dating, right? You start to focus more on your goals, but she was so used to the dynamic where you were more obsessive over her, and she'll basically become more like unattracted to you because you were that guy that was a little more obsessive. I know this because when I was 14 years old, right, I dated this girl, and I can't lie, I was pretty obsessive with her. I didn't really have any goals at the time. I wasn't working out, but around age 15 I started working out, right? I wasn't really obsessed with her. She wasn't like my world, like everything I centered around her. But then I started to work out more. I would hang out with her less, and she wasn't used to that dynamic. So that's a big way you lose if you're more desperate for the girl, is that we are so like goal orientated. We need to have the kind of girl that enjoys that dynamic. Like for example, right now I'm talking to this girl and she loves that I'm like so focused on YouTube, working out, wrestling, jujitsu, all that stuff. She loves that I am so focused on my goals. Another way you lose, which is pretty obvious, is you start to make slower progress in your goals. So let's say you start dating this girl, right? You showed a little bit of like obsessiveness or desperation, right? She's used to that dynamic. So you try and keep that up. You start to make slower progress on your goals. You're not focusing on it as much. When I was like 14 years old, I was too stupid, honestly, to realize this dynamic that I wasn't like showing her how I really was when we first started dating. Like I was too dumb to see it. But so many guys will see like, wait, if I start focusing on my goals a little more, if I start going to more workouts, not skipping the workouts, you get what I mean? She will stop liking me. You have a partner, which is nice, but you got yourself stuck in a scenario where you have the partner, but then you can't chase your goals. It's kind of like you either give her up or you give your goals up. And that's when things get really shitty because you're not with the girl you truly want and you're not living the life that you truly want either. And I know this because I lived that life. I was obsessing over that girl in Australia, bro. I was staying up until like 5 a.m. Like I was sacrificing my goal with basketball and I was sacrificing my health, like staying up really late just for like little crumbs of attention. But then there's the version of me now. I'm pretty obsessed with like building muscle, wrestling, jujitsu, growing a YouTube channel. And I actually met a girl that really likes that dynamic. She loves that I'm so focused on all this stuff. So your goal after watching this video shouldn't be to get a girlfriend. Your goal should be to like build a life that the girlfriend can fit into. And then both of y'all will be happy. If you don't do this, if you're more obsessive with a girl, you're just gonna end up like 99% of guys who are like obsessively checking if she texts back, replying to her instantly, skipping the workouts, staying up late, and like sacrificing your sleep just for attention. So if you're desperate for a girlfriend right now, here's the main thing I want you to take away. Don't just like stop talking to girls. Don't fall for this modern narrative that guys like us have, which is like, oh, girls are a distraction. No, incorporate dating into like your life. Go on a date here and there. Stay prioritizing all your goals like building muscle, meditating, dopamine detox, all of that. But never ask yourself, like, how do I get a girlfriend? I want you to start asking yourself, like, have I built myself into the kind of guy enough? Have I built my life in the kind of way that a girl would actually want to enter it? Like, have I even built the attractive physique? Have I conquered lust too? Have I been meditating so much that I'm not getting all these like anxious and insecure thoughts? That's what I wish younger Carson knew. If I could go back in time and just tell him one thing, it would be to stay focused on your goals. Like, be more masculine, stay building muscle, play the dream sport, do all that stuff. And let the girl fit into that life instead of building your whole life around her. And like I said earlier, if you want like direct access with me and all my advice and lessons for your specific life situation, go check out top link in the description for our community, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.